So although lettuce is considered a cold hardy crop, it is still more tender and susceptible to frost and temperature swings than other cold hardy greens such as your spinach or your kale. So I don't tend to sow it out as early as the other ones. For instance, we already have our spinach growing strong here, some arugula, and I have kale out front. If you're going to be starting lettuce, it's often better to start early with a row cover so that it is a bit more protected and sheltered. There are already plenty of people in Toronto harvesting lettuce that is under row covers right now. But for me, looking at the 14-day forecast, we're nearly into May, we're in the end of April now, and we're only really getting 2, maybe 3 more days where the nights are dipping down around the freezing mark. So because of that, I feel that it is safe enough to now direct sow my lettuce uncovered, and it will start to germinate when it's ready. The other indicator for me is my winter sowing containers with lettuce have now started to sprout on their own. So that's another signal that these conditions are more appropriate for leafy greens that are tender. So today I'm going to be doing some salad bowl lettuce and some cut and come again as well. I'm going to start in the gutter, and depending on how much I have left over, I'm going to pop some out front with the blueberries as well, because it did really well out there last year. So for this, I already have my gutter set up in the same way that I had set the other 2 up. So I'll leave a link up above so that if you want to see how it is that I mounted these and what I did to set them up, you can click on that. And otherwise, I'm just going to do a little trough with my finger and then sprinkle them in. Because I'm just doing 1 row, it can be fairly densely sown. I'm going to try and space it at about 1 inch apart for these ones because it will make a bit more of a head. But most of these are cut and come again variety, so you can densely sow it and then you just come in and snip off the leaves as you need to eat. So I'm going to reposition the camera and I'll show you how I do that. So I've already pre-moistened all of this, and it's also had some rain today, which is quite nice. So I'm just digging the slightest little trough just so that it's somewhat centered. And then I will throw out my little seeds and begin to just sprinkle them right into the little trough like so. And then just tap the soil back over top so that it is covered up and doesn't move around too much. Now we are expecting a bit more rain in the coming days, so I'm not going to bother watering this afterwards. Plus, because of the rain today, the soil is already moistened. So this is about all there is to it. If there are some sprouts that come up and then some other risks of frost that show up, I will probably end up throwing a tarp over top of this area just to protect it. So there we have it. We have our lettuce greens now planted out, and we should be harvesting those fairly shortly because they are fairly quick germination. I wouldn't expect to see anything this coming week though, just because of the cooler temperatures expected, but once those cooler temperatures are passed, they should all be sprouting up nicely. So for more Canadian gardening and kid-friendly activities, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you again in the next video.